Hello and welcome back to MARIACHISME EP.2, bruh. We have extremely special guests today. To my right over here, my little sister.
Hello, my name is Jasmine.
And then to my left over here, my two very best friends.
Okay.
I'm Miriam.
Emilio.
Literally, can I start it off?
Okay, go.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
I want you to
Stepping
okay.
up to the plate. What was that TikTok that you were gonna show me?
Oh, okay.
She had this lady made a mariachi song or something?
Yeah, so I've been following her for a long time because she's like a chola. And I was like, and I really wanted to be chola in summer. And then,
Wait, is it the
Her summer
girl?
fling.
The one? Yeah, her.
yeah.
Okay.
So and then I found out that she was a singer. Now she posts all about TikTok and how she's a professional singer at age 18, which good for her. You know,
Yeah.
she's out
And
there.
she like performed with what's his name?
With
Magic.
MC
MC Magic?
MC Magic.
Yeah, MC Magic.
A classic.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
You
In
know
her
who MC Magic is?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Okay. Anyways,
It's
Anyways,
okay.
in her
He's
bio.
basically like,
he's from the West
He's
Coast.
like-
He's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
but he's-
rapper, but it's like,
my dad really likes him. It was like old heads type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
On her in her bio, it says, "Yes, MC Magic is my BFF." Now look, she makes dozens of videos of how she's a singer, and she does sound pretty good.
But the ranchera thing, that's.
You heard
Yeah,
it? I haven't heard
I
it.
don't like it.
She claims she says that she sings mariachi,
Yeah,
but I don't think.
that's not.
I don't think that's
Es que
mariachi.
mariachi es más bruto. You can hear the auto tune.
Doesn't matter.
You can hear the auto-tune.
That's super auto-tune.
Maybe the autotune is because she's with MC Magic, because MC Magic uses a lot of
Yeah, but
autotune.
is MC Magic in that song?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Then
so
that
that's
kinda makes sense.
understandable.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
That's not mariachi though.
it's not
Yeah,
mariachi.
I kind of found the lyrics kind of cringe.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
it's very
Apparently,
repetitive.
however,
Yeah.
but
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the lyrics are mad like
Cringy.
just straightforward. Usually mariachi music is really nuanced
Yeah.
and just like like it's a little bit more poetic or whatever. Also the autotune, I'm not the type of person to be like I don't like it when music changes or evolves into something new, but I kind of don't really like that. I really don't like that. Yeah.
No.
But hey, we're not voice. What's it called? Voice people.
Teacher.
So
Correct.
yeah, so she can, she
Vocal
sounds good.
coaches?
She sounds vocal coaches.
Like we're just stating our.
We're just
opinions.
yeah, exactly. But still, that was pretty bad. And I didn't even know that she was a singer. And then she makes like chola music. Oh, she also made a video. Let me show it. She made a video that's like I could sing any genre. Let me show you. This is the
Oh, they've changed. Yeah.
yeah. Look. This is cumbia.
Does she have this no sabo accent?
This is pop. Yeah, she can't see Spanish.
Yeah, I can tell.
This is reggaeton.
She doesn't speak Spanish?
No. That's
Oldie.
Oldies.
Odi. And then mariachi. And a whole lot more. I feel like if she's gonna say that she sings mariachi, because look, she just switched the tempos and she just switched it. Her voice changed nothing.
I like the like new age kind of solo cholo type thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh no,
Where it's like the sound of it, I do like it, but the mariachi is like such a standout bad, like right, like out of all of them, when she goes into mariachi, it was just kind of like I don't.
And that's the
I
one that
don't
she
enjoy
praises
that
the
at all.
most. From what I can see from her TikTok, that's the one that she like most
Like pushes.
Promote.
Yeah.
like, promotes, especially because it has MC Magic in it. So of course she's gonna promote that one. But still, because she just changed the genres and background. Her voice did not change.
That's
You're right.
kind of bad.
Yeah.
Cause it kind of reminds me of have you guys seen the video of Natanael Cano singing mariachi too? And it's like
No.
terrible.
Yeah, it's really
I don't
bad.
even wanna
so
see
bad.
I kind of do want to see it, actually.
I'll see if I can find it, but it's like bad. That reminded me of it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where they're like,
He's just singing the way that he sings like his
Yeah.
corridos tumbados,
Normal?
but he's just trying to sing it like that, and it's horrible. Honestly, when it comes to mariachi, like I don't have very long in the mariachi. Literally, probably
I
like
found
3-4 years, and especially not even that much longer singing either. But I think that either you have it or you don't.
mm-hmm.
Like you can't
Yeah.
force it. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't force it
Basically.
at all. Like
Almost like Jesus.
Oh,
Almost
A little
like
bit like
that.
Jesus.
like
What song is this?
I have no idea.
Okay. Take it up.
That's enough? Yeah.
Okay, look.
Was that a bullet? Somebody shot him or something?
honestly,
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
so I don't know what the whole deal is. Like I seriously because this kind of relates also to a lot of like clients that us mariachis have nowadays where they just want sound.
Mm-hmm.
Because he posted this video on his main Instagram account.
Okay.
If you go to that post and you look at the comments,
Everyone.
everybody's like meat writing him. Like
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" Like literally, somebody literally posted, "You should make a whole album of just songs singing like that." I was like,
Look,
"What are you looking for?"
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not mariachi.
No,
Mariachi is
yeah.
clearly not what you're
Amor
looking for.
Tumbado was a banger. But why is he famous, bro?
No, look, okay, I like Corridos Tumbados. Is that the same guy that has the song with Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
That song, El Diablo, or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it's called?
It goes hard sometimes.
Yo, I'm like, okay, I like that song.
Yeah.
I like Corridos Tumbados. Pero, like, mariachi is such a... Like, he's... Like you said, it was just like you either have it or not. It's such a freaking... It's kind of like a hard hurdle to get over because you gotta have a voice.
It's
And you're gonna have, like,
He's an estilo.
sentimiento. You gotta have all this shit. And then, like... No se compara. Like, I don't mean to be like a gatekeeper or whatever, pero like no se compara with other songs
No.
and how you are able to sing it and stuff like that. Like reggaeton, corridos tumbados, and you can have a voice like that, and like as long as your lyrics and your beats
Yeah.
are fire and shit
Like,
like
look-
that.
And
Pero-
I feel like maybe like the people that like mixing it like that, they might not like they might not agree with us. But then it's like put it this way. So for example, let's say if Javier Solis was still alive, how would they feel if like he started singing like corridos tumbados or like
Yeah, yeah.
reggaeton? It'd be like the same thing. Like
Yeah.
don't mix that with
Yeah.
that.
I remember
So-
this one time. I told my brother, I was like, let's try to write a mariachi song. But then we were like 2 seconds later, we were like, never mind. Because if you know, like literally, if you notice, every single mariachi song has to have a meaning. Like El Reloj.
Yeah.
Like
The
the
whole
the lyrics are just fire.
Yeah.
If you
The
really pay
whole
attention
point-
to it, they really,
Like
really
any
want it.
song that you like plop out of the freaking ocean of songs, the lyrics are freaking like
They
they're
mean
deep.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's art and
Yeah.
it's like the music now. Like Bad Bunny and stuff. It's not really like
Yeah. It's more like the entertainment value
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
honestly think it's the same thing with like the new mumble rapping and all that stuff. People don't care about the lyrics anymore. It's
No,
just about the
100%.
beat.
Yeah.
It's the beat.
I
That's
really
all
like
people care about. I promise you, and I honestly feel this way, that if let's say it was some other random person singing a Bad Bunny song, they wouldn't give a fuck if he's singing it correctly.
Mhm.
As long as the beat is the same thing,
Yeah.
they'd be hyping the
Yeah.
person up and
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you're singing fine and everything."
Yeah.
Why?
that-
Because there's no special thing to
It
it.
has
It's
to have
just
meaning. There's a song called El Reloj. It's like saying it's like a guy singing to a clock saying like, hey, stop the time because if not she's gonna leave in the morning and I don't want her to go. That's the whole point. But it has lyrics. The lyrics are so beautiful. But like, look at any other song.
yeah.
Mariachi songs have to have meaning.
I mean, I really like mumble rap. Bumblebee rap. I was gonna say. I really like mumble rap. I really like trashy new rap music. You've heard me play it in the
Yeah.
car. Like, but the reason why I hear it is because of the beats.
Yeah,
Like the beats are fire.
That's all people
Like,
care
yeah.
about. That's all people care about nowadays. To be honest, I don't know. I personally never really fell into that trend unless a song just happens to have like a really nice beat. Then okay, maybe I'll like it. But like honestly, like I can't stand that kind of music because there's just no meaning behind it. And I guess that's just my opinion. You know, I'm not gonna be like, well, no, nobody else can like, because you know that's not how the world works. But like in my view, you know, you come across all these mariachi songs and all these lyrics and stuff like that, and it's just like, holy shit, you try to compare that to other songs, other genres, and it's just like there's no competition. So there's no competition. Doesn't take away from, and this isn't trying also to like say, you know, like just because it's like Mexican music and we're Mexican, that has nothing to do with it. Because I honestly, even if reggaeton was Mexican, even if rap was Mexican, I probably still would feel the same way. Like there's no, you know, ethnic
barrier.
Yeah, barrier on it. It's just that's just how I feel.
As of the girl Chola, like again, we're no voice coaches, so no hate to her if she sees this because she sings good. It's just
says, oh my god, you did great.
Oh my god, go girl, give us everything. But like, no hate to her. She sings good, but she shouldn't put out that. I mean, okay, she can do whatever she wants, but it's pretty cringe to say that you sing every genre when you just change the music and not your actual voice, you know?
Yeah.
Like with the
her voice didn't change.
Her voice like just stayed there.
Yeah. And it had the same like filter throughout all of them. Like the kind of just like a crunchy type of voice.
As for the autotune sounds good.
Yeah, I like autotune.
Autotune sounds really good.
I like autotune.
So
I don't know. I mean, you don't like autotune?
No.
I hear a lot of like
like the Billie Eilish controversial.
Or like
there was you know controversy. Remember her song NDA, the one where people were like making fun of her for like using autotune. Yeah, I was like, she sounds absolutely amazing.
I thought it sounded so.
It sounds really
fire.
really good.
But apparently the people in the concert are like, yo, the autotune was horrible. Like I guess they're so used to her singing it like normally. Yeah. So when they heard an autotune, it was just horrible. But I'd be listening to like the Voids or like stuff like that, where it's just straight up autotune.
Julian Casablancas.
Yeah, and I really like that. So the autotune didn't really, like I said, I'm not, when it evolves, I'm not like, I don't like the evolution or whatever, but I kind of don't like the autotune in mariachi. It's kind of freaking weird.
So for me, it's not so much that I don't like people that use autotune. I mean, take for example, like T-Pain. T-Pain made a whole career out of using his autotune in his songs.
Travis Scott.
But he sings. Like, T-Pain knows how to sing.
Yeah, he
sings really good. Yeah. You know? So I think my issue with it is when, like, if you can't sing and you have to use autotune,
when you're trying to cover the talent,
exactly. Then are you really like a singer then? If you can't sing without the autotune, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and again, nothing to discredit people that use autotune, or to each their own. But you know, it kind of sucks when you have people who use autotune because they can't sing and they're famous, and then you have people who can sing and they don't have that kind of fame, and then they have way more talent, but it's just.
And I also mean like blatant autotune. Like,
exactly.
Like obviously everybody uses autotune when it comes to professional recordings or whatever. But I mean like blatant, like you were on this note and then all of a sudden you're on that, like that type of blatant autotune.
But then there's people like Nata. Nata, he's like, like, dude, how'd you get there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he sings mariachi. Where's the vibrato? Where's the long notes? Where's the?
Like I said, it's like a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing.
Now, the whole, like, for example, adding like a pop style to mariachi, in some like Luis Miguel doesn't have a mariachero voice, or like a voz mariachera, but it works because he knows how to use it, and he knows. And if you notice in his albums, he's not exactly always singing mariachi. He's singing mariachi songs, but they're in different styles and stuff like that. See, that like works because it fits his voice. But like if he wanted to sing with like mariachis, he can still do it because his voice is just you know it just works because his voice is just unique. ¿Quién más? Digamos, trying to think of somebody else that would be kind of like.
Jimenez. She sings with mariachis, but she doesn't have a mariachi voice either. But
it fits.
Works.
Like I don't know. I mean, I know who Natalia Jimenez is, but I've never really like heard her enough to like really say like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then you have people that like are obviously pop singers, and then they try to do the crossover to mariachi, and what happens? They get criticized, and they get this because it just
like Karol G or Maluma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's
They
just
tried to do mariachi también.
Karol G made a song called
The
Doscientas
mariachis,
Copas that's like with
supposedly.
mariachis. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't done my research, but
It's
the original sounds like corrido tumbado, like the original. But then she performed
Adds
it at
mariachi.
the Latin Grammys or somewhere
Con mariachi.
con mariachi,
mariachi.
and it just like it doesn't fit.
It doesn't.
Because it's
Yeah.
just like mariachi's in the background, but she's just singing like it's like a rap, like a corrido
Yeah.
tumbado. It just doesn't fit.
And then Maluma tried singing El Rey, and it was terrible. It was like terrible.
Yo.
It's just
I kind of want to see
Me
that.
too.
Well, the thing is, Maluma sentona, but it's just the style doesn't fit.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
does not fit. You can't
Yeah.
do that. You can't.
Mhm. Wait, can I just say something real quick? Can I talk about Angelica Aguilar? What's her name? Angelica
Angel Aguilar.
Angel Aguilar.
Okay.
Okay, no hate to her. I love you, girl. I'm a really big fan. Have you guys seen her sing La Chancla when she was little?
Yeah, that's
That
the
version,
one
yeah.
video that I've seen of hers. It's fire. You've
She
seen it.
sang-
Like when she was younger.
Yeah.
She sang. She ate everybody up. She ate everybody up that night. And then I tried to search it up again, like last year.
Did you
like,
see the one where she's older?
No, I
when
haven't
she's
seen it.
older? Okay. I want you to see this.
Okay.
When I saw this, I was like, oh no. Like, that was my
Or two.
literal reaction. I was like, oh man. That girl sucks.
No
Okay,
video.
I got it.
Oh, with her brother. Oh yeah, I've seen this.
You have?
Yeah.
It's good in the beginning, so like wait for a second.
That dress is fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ba-dum. Dum. Okay, look. And she misses. She like I guess she just forgot what tone she was in, because she sings in a look. Listen. Look. She like forgot which tone she was in.
To be honest, I never really liked how she sang.
No,
Mm.
At the beginning. And
I've
how
never
it
seen.
was.
I've only seen her when she was
Younger.
I think.
yeah,
that
when she was younger.
She has a lot of her fame because of her grandfather. Not really her dad. Her dad has his fame because of his grandfather too. Because if I'm honest, I don't like how Pepe Aguilar sings
The
either.
vocal?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like how Angel Aguilar sings. The only one that I do like how
Antonio Aguilar.
Antonio, he
Antonio
was
Aguilar
like-
sings really, really good.
he was,
Really,
and he
really
was like, because of him, it's why they're
They are
they're
famous.
Yes.
known, they're famous
Yeah.
because they don't really have like the talent. Because for example, there's a lot of girls that sing like her. To be honest, like her voice is not really that unique, and yeah, and I just think that if she wasn't born into that family, she really wouldn't be
No,
anywhere right
definitely
now.
not.
Because she doesn't. I mean,
Stand
that's my opinion. She doesn't
Yeah.
stand out to me. Yeah.
What do you think she could have done to like make that a little bit better, or like?
The thing is that she sings very like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just like, it's kind of like weak. I feel like she doesn't really have
I didn't
like,
hear
the feeling in it.
Vibrato.
Yeah, there you go. También eso.
Mm-hmm.
It also seemed very screamy to me.
Yeah,
Like, she kinda
definitely.
screamed
She
it, and that's why she kind of lost her.
Because her voice, like the way she sings is más con micrófono, is not really voz
Mhm.
viva. So I think that's why it was
She-
like how she sings.
When she was going, she misses a note. So she goes, Malaya, ¿quién dijo miedo?
So she like shifted into another.
She shifted
thing.
into another one, and then the mariachi kept their tone, because obviously they know which tone they are. And then she was like, oh shoot, and then she went back down. Did you notice that?
No, I don't. But I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Either that, or it kind of sounded like she was just trying to do the same thing again to the same note. It was just like, I can't think of, how does it go? Great. Or what was the note that she held out the first one?
Malaya. She went Malaya.
Yeah, and then she went, yeah, and then she did it again. No, like she kind of went back up to the same tone, no?
Yeah, she stayed in that tone where she thought she was. ¿Quién dijo miedo?
Yeah,
and then she.
it
okay,
kind
I
of
see
sounded
what
like she
you're
was just
saying.
trying to do the same note twice again, just to
Yeah.
like kind of like show off her voice, and
Oh,
then
okay,
she
okay.
fell back into it. I think that's what it kind of sounded like to me,
Yeah.
at least.
For all I know, look, I'm not gonna speak on that because I'm not even her age yet. And for all I know, I could sing. Like I could sing decent. I could sing decent right now. But for all I know, I could be worse when I'm older, like super worse.
What do you think that was? Like lack of practice? That's it.
Definitely.
That she just got
either
comfortable
that
at
or
where she
just
was.
original. I mean, obviously when she sang that the first time, she was a lot younger,
Yeah.
so her voice is matured. So it's not
Mm,
easy
it
to
changed.
sing the same notes unless you're constantly singing. Even
Yeah.
then, certain high notes aren't gonna sound the same when right now than when they did back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just
Yeah.
she just got older. That's all that happened.
when I saw the video, I felt really bad, especially because like it made me cringe so many times. Like I was like, oh man, that
And
sucks.
I just think that it's also because when she sang and she was smaller, people mostly saw it like, oh, she's so young and she's singing, like she's so cute.
Okay,
And it's like now that she's older, it's like your cuteness could only get you so far, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like
Oh no,
Now you gotta
that
sing.
happens a
now,
lot.
yeah, there you
Now you
go.
That
gotta
happens a lot,
Yeah.
especially in like celebrity culture. Like look good. What's his name? Who's young and then grew up? Look at her. No, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, her cuteness can only last and can only like bring her so far.
Okay, I also wanted to talk about the guy who went back to Vargas because she doesn't know the story at all.
All right.
And honestly, the beginning where he was like in the bus and stuff, I know about the story, but
What?
it's kind of foggy in my memory.
Yeah,
so
me too, but I
What's-
think I remember the majority.
What's Vargas?
Mariachi Vargas.
I know, but like.
they'll know, bro. They'll know. It's okay. Okay,
Well-
but yeah, do you know the everything?
Okay, all right. Well, no, it's a good. The
Do you
thing
have the
is-
video?
The thing is,
I don't think I have it.
maybe she might have it.
Okay.
But okay. Well, good point though, because yeah, maybe people know, like, yeah, I've heard of Mariachi Vargas, but who they are, it's
But
like
maybe with people
for
who don't
all
know
their
anything
for
about
a lot of
mariachis.
time exactly, they were considered, or still maybe not now anymore, but at one point they were the best mariachi like in the world. Like there was no comparison with anybody else, just because of the members that they had, the voices, the compositions that you know, who was it, Pepe Martinez was making at that time. So it's just there was just no comparison, right? So obviously they are kind of like the example for everybody else to follow. But what happens is, I forget exactly when, but some time ago, a violinist that had just recently entered mariachi. I think recently. I could be wrong because I don't really follow Mariachi Vargas like that. But he looked like a new singer to me.
No, I think he was already in there for a while.
Well, yeah. All right. Anyways, his name is Angel, right?
Angel.
Angel, right? And so basically, he was super blasted on public transportation on a bus, I think it was.
Super
In
blasted.
Mexico, no?
What's-
Yeah, in
what's super
Mexico.
blasted?
Well, drunk.
Oh.
Yeah, he was drunk. And in a bus in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I guess he was making sexual advances to a woman that was next to him or something. And, you know, the woman basically called him out. The bus driver came to the back and was kicking him out of the bus. And since he was super drunk, might have been drugged out too, you never know. But basically he went on a whole little rant where he's like, oh, like, you don't know who I am. He's like, you don't know who you're messing with, and this and that. And the bus driver.
He had the
And he had the Mariachi
jacket,
Vargas. No, it wasn't
the
the
shirt
it was the
or
shirt. Yeah, it was the
something.
shirt that said Mariachi Vargas on him. So he
I
had it
thought
on.
he definitely like sexually assaulted her.
I think he did. I think I don't know. I can't
I
remember.
think
It's
he
pretty
was-
foggy, but I
I
think he
think
was
he
about
was-
to or something like that.
he
He was
was-
trying to.
Yeah, and he was kind of like, I heard that he was like trying to hold her or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't
What in the
remember.
world?
Yeah.
He's like trying to do something.
Man,
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly. Anyways, so you know, he kept, like I said, he kept like saying like, oh, you don't know who you're messing with and stuff like that. The bus driver could not care like at all.
Mhm.
The bus driver kicked him out.
Good.
Shortly after that video surfaced,
Oh, there was a video.
Yeah, it's a video.
When
Yeah,
was this?
you'll
When
see
was
it right
this?
It
now.
was a while.
A little bit
It was a
ago.
while ago, but
Like how long?
Like
I don't know,
year and
maybe
a
like
half
a few
or
months. Yeah,
something
like somewhere around
I
there.
don't know.
Maybe a year, maybe a little bit under a year, maybe a little bit over,
That's a
but
bit
it was
recent.
around there.
It's a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, anyways, shortly after that video surfaced, Mariachi Vargas put out a statement saying that because of their values and because of this and that, They are no longer gonna be working with Angel, and he's immediately gonna be removed from the group entirely, and they no longer want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Right.
So they handled it well.
They handled it well. They put out the
Good.
statement.
Good for them.
They apologized for anything that would have happened. All right, cool. Good job. That's the example to follow.
So this isn't the end of the story.
No,
This isn't
but,
the end.
but like when I remember when that came out, everybody was like, "This dumbass."
Yeah,
like,
everybody was talking
he
about
was in Vargas. You know, he was set.
He
And
was
sings,
done.
and he sings really good.
Yeah,
He sings
yeah.
amazing.
So like even when he
I think he sings
gets
really good.
out,
I think he sings pretty good for me.
even when he comes out of Vargas, he was in Vargas.
Yeah.
So like he would have been set forever, but then he got let go because of this stupid whatever he was under the influence of whatever he was, and because of this little stupid thing he got kicked out. So I remember during that time everybody was being like, this guy's a dumbass.
Cause that's really dumb.
Yeah.
Like you're already in one of the most famous mariachi groups ever.
Yeah, like take care,
Like,
bro.
you're done.
And
That's
if
it.
And if anything, it's like, if you're gonna go out and do some shit like that, like, the last thing you want to do is let people know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Not saying you know who I am. It's more like
Notice-
get those cameras out of my face.
Notice how
Or out of my face.
the most humblest people are the most successful ones. Remember when we met Los Tigres? They were so nice.
Yeah.
They were like
They were super
angels.
Yeah,
they
they
like,
were genuinely.
now
nice.
look at this man. He's the violinist. Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Oh, he's the violinist of Vargas, which is really big. However,
Like he made it.
he made it. That's it. But
But like
humble
it got
yourself,
up to his
bro.
head so quick, bro.
humble
Yeah.
yourself.
But anyways, yeah.
So anyways, a few weeks ago, I forgot who showed me, but if somebody showed me a post from El Balcón.
Mm-hmm.
For people that don't know what Balcón is on Facebook, it's basically just a page that makes fun of mariachis that are either messing up in their gigs or they're super drunk.
We have yet to talk about that.
There's nothing good that comes from Balcón. It's just people making fun of others.
Continue.
Anyway, so on that page, they show a picture of Angel in his Mariachi Vargas suit with Mariachi Vargas in the background singing at a concert. So basically, Angel is back in Mariachi Vargas now. Apparently, it seems.
So he's back in.
He's back
Vargas.
in the group, even though after Vargas said that they wanted nothing to do with him moving forward.
So just for show, obviously.
Yeah, it was just to like.
Yeah.
I guess what must have happened was like, hey, look, we're gonna put on the show because the people aren't gonna be happy for now, but just give us a bit of time, and then you'll come back in, and I don't think they're gonna say anything.
Yeah.
And that seems like I guess they were kind of successful because it's not.
It went
nobody,
under the radar.
Yeah, nobody really is saying anything anymore.
Yeah.
And
I mean, obviously, if the talent is there, then okay, I get it because he's talented. But you know how many mariachis are as talented as he is?
Maybe even more.
Yeah,
exactly.
like,
And
which, like I said, this leads me into like misogyny in the like mariachi or like sexism in mariachi, right? Obviously, they didn't really care. Like they didn't really care, and I've also seen like sexism in mariachi or whatever, and that's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about because because I was curious whether like you ever experienced that at all.
I mean, yeah, it's like when I first started, I started very young. So I didn't know anyone, and it's like I would, like meet new people, and the majority were always like older men, like in their like 30s or like 40s, and sometimes it's like they'll look at me and like, like the stares that they give you, it's like it says it all. Like you don't even have to say anything, right? So it makes you feel very uncomfortable, and then it's like I feel like a lot of the men in like mariachi, they have this certain image of women mariachi too, like we know someone. Yeah. So I feel like they have that same image for every girl. And so I feel like when they would look at me, they were like, oh, she's probably like that too. But it's like, I'm not like that. I don't think that's kind of gross or whatever. And it's like I even showed you like messages of like guys and calling me.
But like these are people's dads that we know. And she showed me a message of like somebody's dad that we know who was also mariachi, who texted her basically and was like, "Oh, are you single?" Right?
Yeah.
He asked you that.
What the hell?
Yeah, asking my age, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's like very young. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then you have to see this person in person. It's like,
Yeah.
it's very, yeah.
It's pretty
I remember overhearing. I was in a conversation. I wasn't just like, but some guy, some mariachi was telling me like, "Oh, if you think it's easy for male mariachis to get away with like things, crazy things, it's even easier for women mariachis, like or whatever." He was just talking about how like how like don't get with a woman mariachi because obviously like if you know what we do, then they do it worse because blah 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 and this and all that stuff. Yeah, and also I remember we have a friend named Anna. That she plays the trumpet, right? But she always used to post about she used to post these posts where like it was very, she would always experience sexism because the trumpet or whatever, it's a very male dominated instrument and whatever. And I remember a few years back I was like, I don't believe that, right? And that's obviously like ignorant of me, because I remember reading it and be like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if anybody is like that mean or whatever. But then you started trying to play trumpet.
I wanted to play
and then
trumpet.
And then our dad told me that like, oh, you know, like the trumpet isn't really like for
females, because they
you can hurt their lips.
I wasn't there when he said it. Apparently they were in a car. And he was just venting.
and I remember like when I got hit by that from like my own dad, I was like, yo, like that's crazy. I felt offended for her. Yeah. I was like, there's no way, bro, like that's crazy. So obviously that's something that I grew on. I remember thinking like that's weird. I don't think anybody ever experiences that. And then all of a sudden I see it firsthand. It's like it's crazy. But also our grandfather used to tell that to our tias.
Yeah, that's why none of our tias are mariachis.
Yeah.
Because apparently our grandfather was like, all mariachis do is drink and do this and do that.
You shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't do that.
And so apparently my tia Guille also wanted to play trumpet, but my grandfather straight up said no, it's not for women. Oh, and my tia Guille used to date a mariachi. I forgot.
Used to play trumpet.
He does play. He does play trumpet. He's in New Jersey. I forgot his name. But she asked him. She was like, "Oh, can you teach me?" And he just straight up said, "No, you're a woman. Yeah. Like you're not supposed to play that." Right? I was just like,
that's what kind of. That's what. Dude,
that's freaking crazy.
That's what kind of. And then also. Look, I now agree with the fact that pants on women look bad. But in the very beginning, I did want to do it because I went to a funeral once and I saw a women mariachi band, and most of them were wearing pants. And that's when I realized
there's really only one woman mariachi band who wears pants. Yeah.
I don't think that was them, because never mind. Probably they were them, but they were wearing pants.
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely. And that's when I realized, okay, maybe it won't look good. But beforehand, I was like, why can't women wear pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't they do it? If men can do it, they can do it too, right? But now I'm like, ew, no.
Like I understand that sentiment of like, so why can't women do it, or whatever. I still kind of feel that way, where it's just like, yeah, like fuck it. But I also see, like, yeah, that's kind of ugly. Like you know what I mean? Like so, it's kind of like.
I see why. Yeah, I see why. But still, you know.
It just kind of looks weird, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it also sounds weird when you say that mariachi women shouldn't wear pants.
That sounds like, super sexist.
That's extremely sexist. But then again, they're mariachis.
Yeah,
mariachis are super sexist.
That's true.
Extremely sexist.
I mean, yeah, the whole concept of mariachi, charros. Mm-hmm. It isn't from from a school. Yeah. It isn't from a university. It's from the freaking.
Yeah.
It's from the.
From the streets.
From the streets. It's from the campus.
Because mariachi was practically a thing that poor people would listen to, and it was it wasn't really like now we see a bunch of rich people they'll hire mariachis, but before it was mostly for poor people. Yeah, exactly. So
it's like there's this word that Edwin, whenever he's drunk, he always says it. Mariachi is he was telling it to your dad. I forgot what the word is. Campesino? It's not campesino. But it's
rustico.
Campirano.
Oh, okay, Campirano.
I'm not exactly sure what that word means.
Me neither.
But it has what I can think is campo, campirano, campo. Yeah. So farm workers, workers that work on farms and stuff like that. So it's from it's rural. It's not from the freaking cities.
Exactly. It didn't originate from education.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like universities and stuff like that. Like you don't see universities teaching rustico, rustic or whatever. Yeah. So it's like if you look at all these people, unfortunately, maybe not because of their fault, but they weren't educated, and they grew up in households where parents weren't educated also, and a lot of times, I'm not sure exactly what the percentages are on this, but families and households that are like that are usually very sexist and very man dominated. So it's like the man is the one that's in charge. He's the final word, and that's it. And you know, that's just how it's been. And over time, yeah, maybe it has evolved, but it's still not where it should be. It still shouldn't. It's not exactly. It's gonna be mad loud, bro.
It's kind of like racism, like it's decreasing, but it's
there. Just it shouldn't. You know, it shouldn't.
I see that a lot, especially when I want to practice the trumpet, because women are gonna ruin their lips and stuff.
Okay, so I remember this one time. Emilio was in the car with me, right? Speaking of just this type of machismo that's in the mariachi, right? You were in the car, I was driving, you were all the way in the back. But
was I sleeping? I was
probably I was in the middle. You know the story, what I'm going to say. You'll eventually figure it out. Anyways, there was this mariachi in the middle of the car, right? And he's a little bit bigger or whatever, but he was talking to me. He went into a rant of like how mariachi should be. I didn't have my heart glasses by then. I didn't have it, but mariachi should be like they should get all the women when they go into the work, and they should be like really macho or whatever. But he actually meant it, right?
What do you mean? Like he was being a feminist?
Like machista, right? Like it was just like a mariachi should like, you know, like back in the day. He said back in the day when mariachis would go, they would bring back women to their hotel or whatever whenever they would go tour or whatever. Do you remember this? Anyway,
I think so.
And then he went into like again, and then he said no como ahorita que tienen sus uñas pintadas or whatever the fuck, right? And I remember I was driving with my nails done, bro. we were just back. We were coming back from work. I think it was the end of the day. And I was driving with my freaking nails done, así como un charro. And I remember I looked back at Emilio. I was like, yo, you hearing this? I'm in trouble and I'm scared, bro. But I remember that, and that shit was crazy because. Yeah.
Also, yesterday, yesterday, my brother, he has one ear pierced. Just one.
Yeah.
He has one ear pierced. And first of all, that's pretty trippy, not gonna lie. So yesterday we went to Urban Outfitters and we saw this like tortilla earring thing. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like a floppy flop thing, and it has like earrings on it. But there weren't pairs. They were just random earrings that you can like mismatch. And so he was trying them on, and he was trying them on in front of my dad, in front of a mariachi, and the mariachi was like, okay, pero no te pongas eso cuando estamos trabajando.
Oh, but I agree with that.
I know. Shut up. He was like, don't put that on when you're working though. And I got okay. Even though he agrees with it, I kind of do and don't, because. Never mind, I don't agree with it.
No, yeah, I 100% don't agree.
Still.
Because like, remember, there's this Colombian mariachi that does wear earrings when he goes to work.
Okay.
And I remember, I do see it, like, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks on a charro or whatever, just earrings and stuff like that. It just goes to show, like, how the older mariachis are really, like machista. Like, they really have the ideology of a macho man. And you know what's crazy? I'm sorry. But the guy who was saying, like, oh, he shouldn't, you know, he should get all the girls. He shouldn't have, he didn't even fit his own criteria. He didn't even look like the guy he was describing. He just looked like something else. And I was like, yo, like, chillax. That's obviously something you're working on. But yeah. What were we gonna say?
Okay, so the whole thing about like the way that he was saying you know, don't wear that when we're working, like in terms of like the attire. So it just came, like, I guess this thought just kind of came into my mind right now, you know. So it's kind of like, it's an attire, because at the end of the day it's job.
Yeah,
you know, it's like your work uniform. Exactly. It's not, you're not gonna show up to like an office job in jeans and sneakers and a shirt and a cap and stuff like that, you know. So is that any, like, do you think that would be any different, like, you know, wearing, because okay, so in terms of like the whole like mariachi attire, from what I've like picked up on, what people have talked about and anything, you know, your suit has to be in good shape, it has to be clean, your botonadura, right, it has to be shining, you know, your shirt has to be tucked in correctly, zippers should all be up, no, you know, your boots have to be polished, if anything, I've even heard, you know, facial hair off. Like,
really?
You cannot have facial hair.
Your hair has to be tied back.
Yeah, your hair, like if you have long hair, tie it up, or at least put gel on and have it like clean. It
Yeah.
has to be clean.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Russell.
You have to look. Slick.
Yeah, you just have to look the part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to what extent does it become, no longer like this isn't workout attire anymore? You're just trying to like
Yeah.
emulate your own feelings of
If you're
what
not-
you
And
think
it's
you
not
feel
really
like.
about that. You're part
Exactly.
of this mariachi band.
Yeah, exactly.
I low key struggle with that sometimes when I have my camera on my shoulder, right? Because even that, I feel like it's not part of this. I don't want it to seem like I'm that guy or whatever, but I do like taking pictures. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like something as small as a camera does make me also think of that, where it's like this isn't really part of the uniform.
Yeah.
It's just more of me. So I'm thinking, should I not? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and then I guess it would kind of, because for you, for example, right? It's kind of become part of your uniform at this point now. Like it feels weird when I don't see you with your camera at this point, straight up. So, do you think anybody else could get away with something like that?
I think as long as it's not making them like it's like as long as it, because like for example, I'll take a camera because I like taking pictures. You know what I mean? But it's not like, oh look, I have a camera or whatever, right? Like it's not like,
No,
oh,
it
I'm a
is.
mariachi with a
Why'd you
freaking.
buy that camera then?
so photographers can look at it. No, okay, it's a Leica.
And it's like, okay.
M6, alright. it's in the doctor right now, so I don't have it because for a fact it will be right here. Next week it'll probably be right in front of me. But I'm saying like for other mariachis or for like I bought that camera because I like cameras, like right. But I don't know what would be another thing that would be like, oh, this is my personality or whatever.
Your rings have a lot to do with that.
But a lot of people
No,
wear
but
rings.
I think
I've never seen
mariachis wear
another
rings.
mariachi
I
with
mean,
rings.
I guess it also kind of depends on what kind of rings you're wearing.
Yeah.
To an extent. I
Yeah.
don't think these are
Because
acceptable.
Those are not even
These are definitely not acceptable.
The
But I
only
wear them
ring-
anyways.
Those aren't that crazy.
Well, they're
Let me
not
see.
crazy, but obviously, they don't represent a masculine charro. You know what I mean?
I know.
Oh, your camera? I want to say something about that. But it's not like you're like, how you said, like you're showing it like right there
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
You literally have it to the
It's
side.
not my fault that
not
it's a fancy
noticeable.
camera, bro.
Yeah, and it's not noticeable either. It's
and
like,
I use it's literally the slickest little camera.
Yeah.
It's okay.
and
yeah.
it's like, it's a difference when it's like, okay, you're wearing like a camera, it's fine. But it's a difference if you saw like a charro wearing like a bandana on his head or something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like that's kind of
That
stupid.
was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
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 I also struggle with that with my glasses. I feel like my glasses are no go for real.
But do you get
But-
compliments?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do a lot.
You get a lot
Those
of
are really,
compliments.
really cool glasses.
But yeah, like stuff like that where it's just like it's kind of like soldiers. You have to look the same.
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of, you're all just chorros.
You better have to rub it at that time. For real.
You're all just churros. You feel me? Like get it out, you're all churros. Yeah.
No, yeah, and that's like the same thing with like the girl charras, that we all have to look the same too, and we
Yeah.
all have to like wear the same earrings and have the same
Yeah,
hair bow
I
and
think
stuff.
that thing in the back, the
Yeah.
spiky thing
You
in
have
the
a
back.
little bit more stricter rules, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys gotta coordinate.
Yeah, like I
Like-
can't have like my hair out because it looks bad or because someone's gonna say it looks bad. Like I have to have it tied back. You know, I have to wear earrings because the girl wears earrings. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I have to
That's-
wear the hair bow because
That's what I get. Because I feel like earrings. Well, for me, only for me, you look good on them. But for me, I don't like wearing those earrings because I feel like it's a lot. But then again, I have to wear them, and I don't like the slick back look
Yeah.
on me. So I gotta wear a bun and stuff. But then again, I've seen like my mom be like, "Oh, you can't put your hair up because mariachi women are supposed to have them back." And I'm like, but I want it up.
I don't like long hair in mariachis. Not women, obviously.
Yo, what are you trying to say?
no, pero like charros, like guys, cuando they have like a bun or like a ponytail or something. I kind of feel that kind of looks a little
Bad.
weird.
It looks
It
bad.
looks a little weird.
Yeah.
But again, this is me struggling with like, why not be your own person?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you gotta be a charro.
There's certain things
There's
that you can't change.
You
I
gotta
guess.
keep tradition.
yeah.
Take San Mixteco for
Example.
for an example. You saw their video on Tiny Desk, right?
no.
Who?
Bruh, that's not Sol Mixteco.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
what's
like,
that
wait,
name?
hold
No,
on,
not
what?
Sol
What's
Mixteco
her
either.
what's their name?
The Toro H's.
Oh, sorry. Mariachi Little.
How do you get so
So
confused, bro?
Mariachi
Okay, yeah, I saw that
Mariachi
video.
is an all-women mariachi. They're very, very famous. I think they won a
Well,
a
actually, you
Latin
know-
Grammy.
Yeah,
Well,
they did.
actually,
They're not
they don't-
considered mariachi.
They took out
They
mariachi.
took out.
They took out
Yeah.
mariachi from their
I
thing.
told you.
Because they got
They get-
bullied basically
yeah.
out
bullied
of
by
it.
the mariachi woman.
Mariachi reina, especially. They were getting.
They're the ones that play.
Yeah.
Yo, I thought like a full circle. I thought that was because of like guys were being like,
No,
yo,
no.
like
It's
you're
the
not a
woman.
mariachi.
It's
man.
the
It was
actual
women.
Yeah.
It'd be your own for real.
No, but look, they are the exact opposite of what a mariachi. Okay, look, they could do whatever they want. They're women. Go girls. They're the opposite of what traditional mariachis are supposed to look like. I'm not. It's not me being like, oh, you gotta keep the tradition. You gotta look like this. You gotta look like that. Because I just ranted about me putting on a bun. Pero they put on pants. It looks bad, but then again, they could do whatever they want. Their hair is down, which, again, do whatever you want, but it looks bad. And they don't, in their Tiny Desk videos, they started off with not a mariachi song, not a Mexico song, not a anything, but an English.
It was like a
like,
blues.
It was like a
song.
blues, a jazz
Something
song,
like that.
which she sings
Yeah,
absolutely
it was pretty
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
But why mariachi?
Yeah, I also
that's the thing. Yeah.
look,
But why mariachi?
like I feel like they labeled themselves. I mean, whoever did that was like obviously a genius because like they labeled themselves mariachis, used that like they
To
wrote.
just propel it, which
Yeah,
is like a
yeah,
slingshot.
Yeah,
that they used.
and then they used it like all feminine mariachi, and then they sold themselves as that. And then all of a sudden, when they got like
Bash.
when eyes were on them, and they already have their audience or whatever, they were like, yeah, fuck it, we're not because after everybody kind of bashed them, which low key kind of makes me feel like kind of sad because it's like why would you use it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
kinda-
it was like
that's
used
kinda-
as an object almost. Like
Yeah,
you,
it's
just,
kind of like
you didn't really
disheartening.
care about the tradition. You just wanted to get out there, and then now that you're out there,
Yeah.
you don't want anything to do with it
Yeah,
anymore.
it's
And you
like-
said they won a Latin Grammy, right? But
they did, right?
why do
A
you
Grammy or a
Undeserved.
Latin Grammy? Dude,
I think
they were up against
Herencia
Yeah, but look,
us.
why do you think they won it?
coming soon.
I just think it's.
Why do you think they won
There's a
it?
lot of politics in
From-
music industry too. To be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
there's a lot of politics.
From a men mariachi group to a women mariachi group. Why do you think they won that Latin Grammy?
Because they're women.
Because they're women. Look, I'm a feminist. Look, go girls, go everything. But if you guys look, equal rights. I don't even know.
Fights, my guy.
Equal rights, equal fights. So being all women mariachi, who they're good, but the other mariachi was obviously a little bit better.
And they were
The
actually.
album
And
was
they were
fire, no?
actually-
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Like, the other
That's
album
where
that they were
Relámpago
up
was
against.
and
But
all
the
that stuff,
only
no?
The
reason,
first one, the first
Yeah,
album,
the
yeah,
one
that was.
that
It
went
was
up
a,
against Flor.
yeah, it was a pretty good.
but the only reason why they won was not because of the mariachi songs or the mariachi like genre, but because of the
sex.
the sex. So like, why did they win anyways?
That feels so hollow,
Yeah.
right? It kind of does feel kind of hollow.
Nothing had to. Their winning had nothing to do with mariachi. Nothing to
It
do with
didn't,
mariachi.
no.
Like at all. It's all because they were women.
But then you see, it kind of sucks because let's say if they were up against the male mariachi and the male mariachi won and they lost,
It would look
it'd
bad.
be because it's because they're
They
women.
lost
That's why
because
they
they're
lost.
women.
They would
So
look bad.
It's like really, like
That
Yeah,
sucks.
it was a win-win for them, honestly. Yeah.
yeah.
They knew right at the point when they were up against a male mariachi. Oh, we got this. We're women. I mean, obviously, look. I sound like what's his name? Danny Shapiro. Ben Shapiro.
Danny.
I feel like Ben Shapiro.
The good twin.
I feel like Ben Shapiro because look, like I said, their winning had to do absolutely nothing with mariachi. And if the male mariachi were to win, it would look horrible. That would look so sexist. So like I understand, but it sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is kind of disheartening, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. And even now, like, from the values instilled by like older mariachis, I know when I would see when I was younger, like a mariachi of all men, and then like there's a woman in there, I'm like, like I'm just that little bit of a sexist where I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but like,
It's kind of like Herencia, like the mariachi that you guys were in. I've never seen a
Like an
male
integrated mariachi
and
like that.
female integrated mariachi like that. So I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's nice. You know,
It's just like,
nice.
That's
That's good. That's cool. I've never seen that
And like
before.
also, I'm kind of like again a little bit of sexist, where it's like, oh damn, she must be good. like you know what I mean? You know, like obviously I know that's super
Yeah.
sexist, but I
But it's
remember
true.
I would watch an older mariachi.
Yeah.
I know like an older videos of like older mariachis or whatever, and then I don't know what this video is, but I have it in my head. I'll probably put it in, but there's like a woman in there, right? There's like one woman violinist.
Oh, Monica. Monica.
Yeah. And I remember just being like she must be really good then.
Tromperos, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I want to touch up on. Female mariachis who, we have a friend who sings mariachi, and then she wants to go as a singer only. Like, she wants to get gigs, but not for the instruments, but for the singer, which is a good point that you made. You said that if she's gonna go as a singer, what's the point?
We don't need singers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
every
There's
single
a lot of
We need people that sing and that play.
yeah,
You're
they
not
all
wrong.
sing and play. So what's the point of bringing somebody just to sing?
Yeah.
Like that would just, and you have to pay them. Like that would just be taking.
Yeah, that's what I kind of always saw as something that's not really fair, because sometimes when I would go gig with people, like they'd bring a singer, right?
Mhm.
And it's like we're over here like, you know, trying to like
play
do
and
the
we
songs,
sing.
and then he just comes and sings, and then sometimes they won't even sing because they won't know a song, so someone else from the group sings, and it's like, but you're still getting
And
paid
they're just
to say-
standing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just standing.
Like for
so it's
example,
like,
when we go to work with, it is kind of weird because like my dad would say like, okay, like learn guitar, right? Like that's
Yeah.
like easy, you can do that. I remember that one conversation, and he's like, I know how to play the flute. Remember that? And I was like, okay. I said, okay, the beginning of El Pastor.
Yeah, reading the song, like the one song
Yeah.
he sings. Well, I think, for me, I always appreciated like singers because well, I mean, in my terms, I still don't know a lot of music. Like I still don't like. I'm pretty sure you three combined like know way more than anything that I know in terms of like songs, mariachi songs and stuff like that, because you'll come. Miriam, she'll come with a new song, and I'll be like, I've never heard that song in my life.
Mhm.
You'll come with a new song, I'm like, I've never heard that song in my life. Even you have songs that I've never heard in my life, because again, you guys just have that. So then when you have a singer who's actually dedicated and knows what they're doing, for example, kind of has some good repertoire. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
When he goes to work with us, he sings all the songs, and it's only when we're like, hey, you need some help, you want me to sing this song, is when he'll be like, okay, go ahead. But if he knows it, he'll be like, no, I got it, I'll sing it.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
he'll go and do his job, and those are the singers that I appreciate.
Mhm.
But then if it's a singer that it's like,
Juan.
he goes there, he doesn't know the song, and it's just like, one of you guys do it, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, well then what the fuck?
And
I
then
remember
and
what
then
are
they
we
still
bringing
get
you for?
paid.
Yeah, what are we bringing
Yeah.
you for then?
Yeah.
If you're supposed to be the singer that's supposed to like help us out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say something a little bit controversial and sexist. Ready? Women. No. I'm just kidding.
When I was younger and I started singing, everyone was like, "Oh, like you sing pretty good. Oh, and you play violin pretty good, right?" I'm like, "Okay, thank you." But now that I'm a little bit older, it's like some of them will be like, "Oh, you need to learn more," and it's like, okay, like I understand I need to learn more. Like I understand, like I don't know a lot yet. But it's like you could tell me in a way that kind of like encourages me rather
Don't
than
be mean,
like,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they'll be like, oh, como que like, like ya nos estás aburriendo con las mismas canciones, and I'm like, okay,
You've been told that?
yeah.
What in the
So-
world?
so
Like
it's-
who?
I don't.
You don't have to
You
say
know?
the name.
Okay,
bro.
never
You're
mind,
mad
never
nosy, bro. Just let the
Yeah.
Yo, the literal title is called Mariachisme.
Well, yeah. That's kind of crazy thing
Yeah.
to be.
There's another female.
Oh, when she was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, next time,
yeah.
next
Speak
time.
Spanish.
Yeah.
There's a female coach who commented on one of my brother's Instagram posts where he was speaking English about what were we talking about?
Bro, okay,
Cinco
so
de Mayo.
I
Yes,
made a
Cinco de
video
Mayo.
about Cinco de Mayo, and then she commented like, oh, te ves bien feo hablando inglés en el video de mariachi or whatever the fuck. I didn't answer, but in my head I was like, bro, then obviously the video isn't for you.
Yeah.
Like you're
Targeting
Yeah.
younger audience.
you
Yeah.
really think you're the main character or something? Because like everything that I do is for you, bro. No, my guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she looks like $1 million every
But you
time.
know something that I thought was interesting? So Ernan, right? A couple of years ago, he was doing his like paper for his school on like female mariachis and how they feel about like the community and stuff like that. And so I remember he interviewed me. He asked me like, how do I feel about like women having to wear a skirt in mariachi, right? And I told him like I think it's like necessary because I think it looks good. And then he told me that he interviewed Yolanda, and Yolanda said that she doesn't care what they wear. She said if a woman wants to wear pants, then so be it. But in my head, I thought that was kind of like crazy because I always thought that she was the one that like would be like, you have to wear a skirt.
Yeah,
you have
definitely.
to like have your hair tied back.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, she's like, a woman can do whatever she wants. If she wants to wear pants, she can wear pants. If she wants to wear her hair down, she can wear her hair down. So I thought it was kind of crazy. But yeah, that's
people that don't know me. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do any of that shit. But I have family members that when they found out I was mariachi, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in. I really don't care because my dad. But my dad is heavy into drinking. Like my dad and my whole family knows that. My whole family knows my dad gets drunk at parties. Every time they see him, he's like probably drunk. So when they heard that I had to become a mariachi, they were like, "Oh, he's gonna end up like his dad.
Yeah.
One day he's gonna come home and he's gonna be
blasted.
He's gonna be like, you're gonna find him at a bar, passed out drunk and stuff like that." So my mom is constantly kind of having to defend me now with my other family relatives because I've made it very clear in parties. They offer me drinks. I'm like, no, yo no tomo. Like, no, I don't do this. I don't do that. So then, and then they're kind of like, hey, like, yeah, like, okay, you don't. And then, my sister actually kind of got in trouble with my parents. Oh. Because we were like at a family gathering once, and my sister was drinking. My parents were drinking, and then they offered me a drink, and then I was like, no, thank you, I'm okay. Like, I don't drink. And then my sister was like, and then my mom was like, oh, sí, no tomen. And then my sister was like, ¿cómo sabes que él no se anda tomando? ¿Quién sabe qué allá cuando anda trabajando and stuff like that? So then it kind of, I didn't know how to feel about that because it kind of like blindsided me a little bit because I was like, oh, like, all right. Like, I didn't know you felt like that way. Yeah. But, cause it's kind of like, like, yeah, I expect that from relatives that we're not really close to. I expect that from other people that know me, but from somebody that's as close, to not really have that confianza in me to know that I don't drink. Now, maybe she might have meant it like innocently, as a joke, just try to be funny. But it goes back to this whole thing where it's just like when people look at me being a mariachi, it's like they already know what mariachis are like. They're druggies, mujeriegos, alcoholics, and stuff like that. So it's like I'm already tagged as that. It doesn't matter if I don't do any of that shit. It comes with the. It's like almost part of the uniform at this point now. It's part of the uniform. I wear it. And it doesn't matter if I don't do this stuff. People are just. And also
other mariachis don't help. Like most of them are most of them fit the bill. Yeah. A lot of us get offered. Even we all know that you don't drink, but still people offer you. Yeah, regardless. Like afterwards, like, oh, you want this, you want a drink or whatever. But yeah, a lot of them don't know how to like freaking keep it classy. You know what I mean? No. Like it's just like let's drink until we're drunk and frick it, right? Because I do get offered también, and then sometimes I say yes. But I don't think I've ever drank enough to be like you know what I mean? Like, I don't think so. The one time I was like a little bit drunk was on your birthday. Yeah. But we weren't gigging. No, like, I mean that's just the gathering. You know what I mean? That's just who cares. And then even then I wasn't even that drunk. I was just kind of like just.
I guess it was just out of character type of thing because you're always like on point, always like. Yeah. But then that day I was like, whoa. Yeah. I could tell you were like happy. Yeah.
Because freaking she didn't drink her other half, so I had to drink it. We had to share a Long Island. We had to. Oh, wait, we were forced to share a Long Island iced tea from the gay bar. Okay. Yeah.
You went to a gay bar?
We did.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was really cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't my fault though.
No.
And to be fair, Edwin did give me like Henny. Oh. Yeah, okay. But I wasn't like. Okay. Yeah.
She kept it. She's a tank.
No, yeah, she's a tank.
Yeah, pero. Yeah, most of the boys don't know how to fucking keep it classy, and it's really embarrassing actually.
No, it's
Jesus.
And the worst part,
Jesus, Jesus.
Oh yeah.
At the gigs.
I thought she was calling Jesus.
Yeah,
I was like, even Jesus. I'm like,
I was like, really? Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Love you. Okay, let's go.
No, but yeah, it's just like if you fall into it, I think it's gonna take a lot, and even then, even if we try to put in the effort, I don't think we're ever gonna completely get out of that image. Never.
100% not. Because you see it in a lot of the the younger generation coming in, they come in drinking. Like they come in with I understand that it's hard because it's like our job is literally to go into parties and stuff like that, and you get offered food, you get offered
there's
drugs,
like an unlimited amount of like alcohol.
And it's very tempting too, especially with like younger ones because they're more vulnerable to it. You know? And it's like they just want to fit in. Yeah. So it's like
exactly, which is why I think like me being protected all the time from my dad is like that's good because like if I've seen like Jesus, right? I've seen him like go with these mariachis that don't care about him like that. It's just like, oh, just drink, but like because they want to fit in, they want to do all this stuff. They're like, yeah, I'll drink or whatever, and they got blasted and whatever. But yeah, it's really tempting.
And then I want to say something about the whole drinking thing and like women. So it's like it's kind of annoying when they get drunk and then like there's a woman there and they start trying to like hit on the girl, and it's like it's really annoying. And especially the clients too, when they get drunk and they see a woman and they try to approach them too. Like I've been approached several times by like men that are drunk, and it's like it's annoying because it's like I'm 19 and you're like 40 years old. Like what are you doing? Like I don't. That's
gross.
So it's like it's annoying.
That's gross.
Which is why when I go to work, she's gonna be sticking with me, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So that's actually something that I was talking to Albert the other, because we kind of when we're in the car, we're like riding together. We kind of like talk about some of these topics that we're talking about right now. And one of the questions I asked him, I was like, dude, if you had a daughter, knowing how the mariachi community is here in New York, would you let her be a mariachi if she wanted to be a mariachi? Would you like actually allow your daughter to become a charra here?
That's like the question that Papi Ramon asked himself. That's like the question that our grandfather would ask himself. That's the reason why none of our aunts are like mariachis.
I think my answer to that was obviously yes because of tradition, but I would do what my dad did, where it's just like I would just keep her around, because that's 100% what he's gonna try to do with her. Was you're gonna be around dad, which is a nice thing because our dad is.
I think and I think the thing is like, it helps because what happens is, you bring in like let's say I have a daughter and she wants to be a mariachi. I'm like, and I'll talk to her. I'll be like, okay, look, you have to understand that this stuff happens and this and this and this because it's not a it's not a holy job. It's a pretty hardcore serious job. I'm like, dude,
it could get heavy.
Like look, I'll be like, look, you're gonna be playing with me for now because you're just starting out. You need to experience it, see what this is like. After you've seen what everything is like, if you feel like you're ready to go out there by yourself and do what you got to do, I'll let you. But that's only after you've seen it being with me. Now, the only thing is, obviously, you also have to understand that if, let's say, it's like I'm in your dad's position where your dad is respected by the community, honestly. Like, nadie va a saltar because they know that your dad is, like, firme, So it's like, obviously, if, let's say, Jasmine is with your dad working, nobody's going to say anything to her. But let's take your dad out of the equation. She goes to work by herself. Yeah. Then that's when she'll start. Completely different. That's when she'll start seeing the real world. So even then, even if us as parents try to protect our daughters, at some point we're not going to be there. And that's where everything changes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think about a lot too. Because it's like, and it's not really also like girls. For me, I kind of think of my brother, right? Because it's like being like what I've gone through. It's like it's obviously going to be different for like a guy, but still, it's like I feel like the same things could happen to him, even if he's a guy or whatever. And it's like sometimes when I think about it too, it's like if I had a daughter and she wanted to be in it, like I would want to like keep her around with me. But then again, I'd be like, if I keep her around with me, she's not gonna know the reality of it because you're protecting her. So it's like I would want to kind of push her into it, like obviously like send her with people that I trust. But like like also so that she understands what it's like.
That's what
you not being there.
Because it is a completely different environment, like working with family and then working with like just friends and stuff. Because you've seen it in me, where like I think you've seen it in me at least. Like I always work with my dad and my uncle. We're always chilling. I'm kind of quiet. Whatever. I'm there. Pero cuando I go to work with like other mariachis,
those herencia gigs,
like just like
those shits are fucking wild.
Bro. Sometimes they're just like
holy shit.
It's just a different environment. Like you get
shit.
thrown into this different thing, and then sometimes I find myself like baffled. Like I don't know what to say. Like sometimes mariachis will tell me something like out of line or crazy.
Like what?
No, I don't know. Some gay or like or like something like
something just so like crazy.
Or sometimes they would call out a girl and be like, oh, look like how she is or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, look at this girl's whatever. And I know, like, I just freeze. Because I'm like, yo, like, first of all,
holy shit.
they're like, look at this girl. No, I don't want to. Right? And then second of all, it's just like, I've never had those type of conversations.
Yeah, no.
So talking to guys who have, like, are used to that shit, I get frozen. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't at all.
Well, yeah, but then that's how you said it. But then, like, guys
Okay.
expect that from other women too,
Mhm.
that they're gonna do that, and it's like it's not like
Yeah, se iban entre sus patas, throw them under the bus, and it's just like, oh well.
yeah. It's,
Now you're branded with it too.
And
Exactly.
it's so dangerous, I've noticed, for women, because I've seen, like, men get predatory when they see other women or mariachi women drinking. I see it in the other guys' eyes.
Like,
Like,
they're,
they
ready.
they like zone in on that person, and you won't get them like out of that zone.
I'm
It's
kind of
freaking
scared
weird.
now.
No, it is really
That's just the
weird.
harsh reality of it.
Yeah.
It's because at the end of the day, you know,
That's why you just have to learn to, like, you know,
Deal
like,
with
keep
it.
your distance.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
that's what I try to do. Like, when I go, okay, for example, right? So when I first started, he tried flirting with me when I was first starting. This was like a while back, right?
Who?
But then it's this.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like when he saw that I wasn't that type of person, and when I set my boundaries, and he saw that I wasn't like talking to him like that, whatever, he stopped. And it's like now it's like I talk to him as a friend, and he
Yeah.
talks to me, and he gives me that respect as well. So it's like it's kind of hard, but it's like you just have to, like, you know, set your foot down.
well, she was talking about her experience about like what it's like presenting yourself like as a woman and
Oh, yeah.
setting your boundaries. That kind of goes the same way for like
For men
for men
that don't drink.
that don't drink, exactly. Like in my case, me, because okay, so two of the people that push you to drink the most, one of them being
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
pushes you to
I
drink
would've
like
never-
crazy. Like
I would've
he,
never
like
thought
he'll,
so.
he won't stop until
Yeah.
you drink, and then I guess, and well, okay, that's entirely different topic, but basically in terms of drinking, right? He's like tomatela.
Mhm.
He offers me like once or twice, and then I'm like no, and then he'll move on to the next person, and he respects that, you know. And it's like if you stand your ground, like she said, and you really set, you know, yourself to like, you know, I'm gonna be this, and this is what people are gonna know me for, then you're good, you know. That's what you are. But if you're just trying to fit in, then that's your own fault. You know, there's nobody else to blame. If you become an alcoholic because you were trying to fit in, who are you gonna blame? Not the person that was pushing you to drink, but yourself for accepting it.
You accepted the drink.
Exactly.
Can I say something? So it's like, I don't really think it has anything to do with what he just said, but I honestly do not like when I'm like, so I'm in like the car with them, right, with like the guys or whatever, and they'll start talking about something, and they'll look at me like, oh, don't talk about that because there's a girl here and you can't talk about that. I hate that, because it's like, okay, I'm a girl, but that doesn't mean that you can't talk about things. Like, I understand maybe you're trying to be respectful or whatever, but I kind of see that as more disrespectful.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's like, because they want to, like, they'll show each other like memes or something, but it has something to do with, like, I don't know, maybe something inappropriate, or they think I'm not gonna like it, and it's like I've shown you the videos that I see. It's like I could handle it. Like, it's not like I'm gonna like turn around and puke. The one that you didn't want to see in the car.
Oh, okay.
We showed each other videos that
You were like, what? Yeah.
you guys want to see it. You guys want to
Oh my
see it?
god!
I was like,
it's
hold
so
on.
bad.
Oh, you're like, hold on. She's 19. He's 15. Hold on. What are you guys showing
No,
each other?
but anyways, I get you. Sometimes I would be out with friends and then they'd be
We're
like,
on the
oh
outside
no,
this time over just for the first time.
don't say that. There's a girl in here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what?
Like, that has nothing.
anything.
Exactly. It's like it's
It's a
annoying.
meme. It's a meme.
It's annoying, and it's like, or they'll be like, okay, I understand. Sometimes they'll be like, they'll try to protect me, be like, oh, don't talk to her like that because she's a girl. And
Oh,
it's
no,
like,
that I respect.
it's like, that's fine. But when you're like saying like, don't talk about certain things because a girl is here, or when they feel like they can't talk about certain things because I'm there, I feel like disrespected,
Offended.
or I feel offended, or I also feel bad because it's like, damn, they want to talk about things, but I'm here so they can't talk about it, you know? So it's like, I honestly don't like that.
I'm being left out just
Yeah,
because of my
I'm
gender.
a girl. Like, I find that so stupid, and it's like, I hate that. I honestly
Yeah,
hate that.
no,
But
it's
yeah.
really, really
I
annoying.
think it also
yeah.
depends on the person that it's coming from, to be honest.
No,
Because the
definitely.
way that, you know, so for example, me personally, like, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to talk about certain things with, you know, girls.
Yeah,
in
we
the-
wouldn't
in the-
say
in the
anything
car,
crazy.
You know? Yeah, something
Yeah.
like just far out of the park.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not because of anything else. It's just because that's how I grew up to be respectful towards women. But there's guys that, from where I can see it, is more of the controlling aspect. Again, going back to the machismo, it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna exclude her from this because I can. You know, it's like, it's not so much because you're a woman, but it's actually because you're a woman that I don't want you to like talk about you know this stuff with you and stuff like that. So again, I think it just goes back to like who it is that it's saying it and stuff like that, and what their intentions are. Obviously, you can tell who's who. So then from there, it starts like, okay, well, you mean this by that, and then you mean this by that. So then then that's where the whole thing changes. I think for me personally, but again, I can't really say anything because you're sexist. You know, I'm not a woman. So
why can't you say anything?
Sure
Why
not.
does that matter? Why, just because we're women doesn't mean they can't say anything. Just because we're women, that doesn't mean that they can't say anything. Say it, come on.
Is there anything helpful, any tips that you would say for any other women? Being like, okay, like for example, the boundaries or something else.
Yeah.
That you
You're alone.
I just completely yeah.
Yeah. Don't let anyone talk. To you.
No, yeah, like set your boundaries. That's really it. Just set your boundaries and make sure like people respect you for who you are, and don't try to be someone that you're not. Just you know.
Don't try to fit in.
Yeah, don't.
That really
don't.
goes for everybody. Just don't try to be yourself.
Yeah, especially with mariachis. Don't
Practice
with mariachis.
and be yourself.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so this is this has been Mariachismo number 2.
Mariachisme.
You butchered the own name.
What is
This has been
Mariachismo.
A word?
This has been mariachisme.
You know what?
Mariachismo.
Mariachismo? That's the topic of today, episode 2.
Wow.
There you go.
Mariachismo.
Mariachisme, and then the colon, Mariachismo. That's crazy.
This has been mariachisme. This has been mariachisme, a podcast where we talk about every mariachi that we don't like.
Okay, if you have anything, there's emails down in the description for you to send us any stories, any pictures, any videos, and also our social medias. Stick around for next week, and bye bye.
Love you. Wait, can I do the?
I'm not. No.